guys. Welcome back to the Left of Str8 Show Interviews, the premier podcast that shares the stories of our amazing LGBTQ community and, of course, fantastic straight allies, all from entertainment, foodies, books, music, and advocacy. I'm your host, as always, Scott Fullerton, and let's start talking. Alrighty, guys, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome the incredibly talented Irish actor Aiden Turner to the Left of Str8 Show Interviews. He's one of my mom's favorite actors from his work in Poldark, one of my favorite actors from his work in Being Human, and my bestie nerd friend David's favorite from his work in The Hobbit. So versatile, he definitely is. Now he's taking on an exciting new role in the upcoming Hulu original series Rivals. Has a little bit of something for everyone as well, a killer cast, some of the best music of the 80s, and a little thing called sex appeal, that's it. Aiden, welcome to the show. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I'm excited to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time, my friend. I know you're very busy. Talk about this show. Like I said, you've had some fantastic roles out there. How does Rivals compare, and what kind of stood out to you about it to kind of take it on?
Yeah. Just from the get-go, it was really exciting. I was aware of who G. Cooper was, our writer, our executive producer, but I hadn't read any of her books before, so it was kind of new to me. When I read the script the first time, it was all kind of landing on me for all at once, really. So I just thought it's a lot of fun and really funny, and I got a real sense of all the characters so early on. I was explaining to somebody just today that, you know, you sometimes read scripts that aren't maybe so good, and you have to do this check and then to go, who is that? Oh yeah, who's the guy? And you flick back pages. There's zero of that happening. First, when you meet a character, you know who they are. You have this visual image. So, and particularly with Declan, you know, he's Irish. He's a dad. I'm Irish, I'm a dad. It just kind of made sense. And there's something kind of grounding about that experience too. You know, I felt like something had come full circle, you know, to come back and play these characters. You know, when you mentioned Being Human there, Mitchell had an Irish accent, but there's something grounding about Declan that I quite enjoyed playing.
I love that. And can you give us a little sneak peek into your character? What makes him unique, or what do you think his motivations are?
Yeah, well, he's a journalist. He would see himself as quite a serious journalist, a serious guy. And he wants to be taken seriously. I mean, it matters that the people around him respect him in his line of work. So playing somebody like that felt different for me. He's I kind of based him loosely, if I want to be honest about it, on my dad. Like he has my dad's accent. So my dad is from the Midlands of Ireland, and I sort of set Declan's accent there. And my dad for years had a handlebar mustache all through the 80s into the 90s. And his physicality I based on my dad as well. Now my dad doesn't know any of this, so he will find out very soon, I'm sure. But so there's something about that too. And but being a dad, I felt this draw to the character, you know. I mean, somebody mentioned earlier, you know, would you ever have had your eyes on Rupert Campbell Black, the other one of the characters in the show? And absolutely not. You know, I think Alex does an incredible job of that role, and I don't think I could ever reach those heights anyway. But it was never even a question for me. You know, when I read Declan, I wanted to play him. So, journalist, serious guy, 2 kids. His kids are sort of mid to late teens. He's a workaholic. I mean, he works too much and he's neglected his family. His relationship with his wife is broken down, and that means that Maud is maybe looking other places, and this frustrates Declan. But they have this kind of hedonistic bohemian relationship anyway, so it feels quite modern in this world. So in this world also, where there's so many different sexual relationships happening of all different kinds, theirs kind of seems the most normal, which is quite strange. So there's lots of elements of the character that I love and I love to play, and also it happened that way. You can like these things in a script, and it might not work out that way on set and on the day or whatever, but it did. It was a lot of fun, and to play with these other characters was just a real joy.
I love that. The locations are amazing. The mustache definitely is a character in and of itself. I was a little worried for you. I mean, you have this show. Caitlin had Succession. Your son's going to be stuck doing some kind of a feud somewhere down the line. Eventually.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Hulu's been doing such a great job. Talk about going to a streaming service. You've been on HBO. You've done these other films. What's it like kind of working with the Hulu and kind of the streaming aspect? Because it's such a bonus for, I think, actors these days and trying to find some really good work.
Yeah, there's a lot of great work out there. I mean, I think Hulu and Disney have done an amazing job on this show, you know, and Happy Prince, the ITV conglomerate. So I think it's I think it's a real joy to be part of something like this. You know, they clearly have like a lot of money to make the show and to make it look great. It's a period piece, so it's set in the 80s. It's not that easy to do a show like this that's set that's not contemporary. So yeah, and to work on with some of these bigger streaming networks is always a joy. You know, it doesn't mean there isn't time to work on some of the smaller networks or do some of the indie movies or do some of the other stuff. I mean, it's the working life of an actor, really. You get some of these, you know, these bigger jobs and you're doing lots of press and there's lots of people across the Atlantic who are excited to see it and all these kind of things. And you do some other shows that, you know, that go under the radar a little bit. So it's just a part of the whole experience, really. I mean, it's great also, you know, you shoot a feature film. It is possibly only 2 hours long, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 2.5 hours long. But, you know, we have 8 episodes in ours. So we've 8 hours of it too. So it has to shoot this show in 5 months. It does need to go at a certain pace as well. I quite like that pace of a TV show where you're getting on with it. You might be doing maybe sort of double speeds that you would do in a feature film. In a feature film, you might only do 1 or 2 pages. We might do a couple more. So I quite like all that. So it feels like a good time.
Nice. All right. Well, last question, because I got to let you go here. And this is one only you can answer, I think.
Oh.
Give me some insight into your fellow cast members. If you can only bring some of the cast to Orlando with you next month for the Moscone Cup, who do you want for the team challenge, your partner for the doubles challenge, and what U.S. American series would you like to go against?
Well, I mean, you see, I think I hope everyone is telling the truth on set, because I brought a lot of the guys out to play pool quite a bit, you know. But I noticed, you know, I'd be taking it quite seriously. I have the glove and the carbon fiber cue and all this kind of business. And you look around after a while and the lads would just be talking. So I don't know if they're into it as much. So I mean, I'd have to take them, but it might be reluctantly. I know Danny Dyer, he can definitely pot a ball. He would be on board. Alex Hassel has beaten me several times, so he has some hidden skills, so he would definitely be on side. Who else do we have? Luca Pasqualino, he can hit a ball too. There's a few. The women have yet to come out yet, and I don't know whether they're just scared or whether they haven't been convinced yet. Maybe they need to see the spandex glove. That might do it.
There you go. You know what? Thank you so much for your time, Aiden. I really appreciate it. Good luck in the series, and we hope to talk to you again sometime, okay?
Thank you so much.
Talk to you later.
Thanks for listening to The Left of Str8 Show. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast distributor, and please give us a 5-star rating so more listeners can find us. You can follow us on social media, and be sure to check out our website for contests and other news and information. See you next week.